Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Katie Roach from the Dandelion Stompers. Welcome, Katie.
Thanks for having me.
As well as many other roles as well. But today, in your aspect as one of the leaders of the Dandelion Stompers, great to see you.
Thanks for having me on here. We're excited. We've got an album coming out and
I
a big
know.
show.
Yes. Well, when last we left our intrepid heroes in the Dandelion Stompers, they had, on the heels of a severe winter, spring storm and tornado, were desperately trying to get an album laid down. And over that process, you not only laid down tracks for one album, but two.
Yeah.
Who are you, Taylor Swift?
No, I'm most certainly not Taylor Swift, though that's something to definitely admire and aspire to. We, despite numb lips for horn players and calloused, painful fingers for string players, and somehow drinking just the right amount of tea to retain the voice so that it didn't completely disappear, we, over the course of 2 days, did record 2 full albums, and it was on the heels of a tornado. That's what put us under pressure so that we actually got more than one album recorded in one day. And part of the reason we were able to do that is because we sought to record a live album. Not only a live sounding album, but an actually live album.
And for those who think, isn't that the way it's always done? Normally, in a studio, a lot of times, especially these days, musicians don't record all their parts together. Sometimes they don't even record their parts at the same location. Sometimes they record them in their home studio and mail them in. That's become, I think, more prevalent since COVID. But it's not unheard of or unusual, but it's also not something every day when you get to bring the whole band in and record all the songs together, looking at each other and playing together just like you do on stage.
Yeah, and there's something that happens, right, in the process of people making music together. There's a connectivity, there's like your bodies regulate to each other. You truly become like an organism that's working together to make that music. And so there's something that happens in terms of that shared joy and that fun that happens when we're all playing at the same time that we really wanted to capture. I think that I plugged in one time on the vocals where I just schmoogled a couple words by accident and had to say a real word that wasn't schmoogle into the microphone to get those lyrics. And I'd also taken some of the songs and said, hey, I really love that joke that's in the song. I want the second time I do this part of the song to write a new joke for the song. And some of them I'd written like that morning. So I had to, I think I had to plug one of those jokes in again. I said, let me try that joke about the devil one more time in there, see if I can get it. So otherwise we didn't overdub. We just laid it down and had a good time and no regrets.
That's really cool. And you're right. It is a much more elevated experience. I would argue that I'll bet comes through on the album.
I think it does. And I think we, of course, slipped the tracks to some of our favorite radio stations and also our dancer friends, and getting a video back from a local dance group that they were already dancing to the songs. That's the other part of this whole live experience, is that all these dancers show up and the dance floor feeds the musicians and the musicians feed the dancers. And in this time we're in right now, collective joy and community is really important. We really need that as a people, because then we can really aim for all the good things we want to see in the world when we are nourished and we are feeling happy and we are feeling joyful and we're feeling good.
Your upcoming Valentine's Day gig will be at a venue that has one of the great dance floors around. But let's save that for just one more minute. I want to talk just a little bit more about the album, because I'm curious that you recorded enough material for 2 albums, so the second of which is coming out. So not only is that a large project, but also as a band who specializes in songs that either are from or pay tribute to the earliest era of jazz music, the 20s and the 30s, those songs tend to be short. So to say that you recorded 2 albums worth of stuff, that's a lot of music.
It was. When I say that people's lips were numb, I remember we were like, let's try to get one more take of this song. And I think the horn players were like, I don't even, if you can't even do that with your lips at a certain point, That's pretty real. Yeah, we didn't try to stretch it out. We tried to do them the way we do them, and make sure that we're featuring the solos and getting a good mix of tunes on there. I was really happy because we have the song Careless Love that it can feel really slow while you're playing. It can feel, oh, is this song dragging? Is this the right tempo? Every time we play it, I have those thoughts. And then you watch this transformation on the dance floor where everybody starts reacting to the slowness of the song, and they're doing different kinds of movements, and the whole room changes. And it's the song that the people that are a little bit afraid of dancing, they're like, I can dance to Careless Love because the tempo isn't, maybe my old bones can handle this song. And we decided at last minute, hey, let's just throw that one in the mix, and threw that on the album. And it's one of my favorite tracks that we recorded.
And you'll be debuting the album at a Valentine's Day party.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to be out at Wildwood Saloon. That's between Iowa City and West Branch. It's in Iowa City.
And I said one of the great dance floors, because the dance floor it's big. You're right there with the band. It is, if you want to get up and move, it is one of the best places around.
Oh, it's wonderful. And friends from local dance clubs are coming. There's an opportunity to learn to dance at the event, whether it's in a lesson beforehand or it's just being brave enough to grab somebody who you saw out on the floor and see if you can dance with them. I'll say the dance community is all about bringing people in. It's all about including, not excluding. So if you have even minimal skills or just a little bit of an interest, moving your body, especially in the winter time, get moving, sweat a little bit, get a little goofy. It's good for us. It's good for us. There's a lot to take seriously in the world. Maybe just dance a little bit and have a little fun. With your sweetheart, with your friends,
well,
people you love.
It is Valentine's Day.
Maybe you'll meet somebody. I don't know. I don't know what your situation is, but I hope that you come in with an open mind and have a good time.
And the neat thing about working with the various swing dancing groups and stuff like that is that you can go by yourself or with a group of friends and just get drawn in, because there's no more welcoming of a crowd. You would think it would be very intimidating. Oh, these people, they dance so well. They do not want me junking up the dance floor with them. But the opposite is actually true. They are in the business of helping other people have fun.
And I'm somebody that I'm only as good of a dancer as the person I'm dancing with. So having somebody who knows what they're doing can make you feel like, golly, maybe I'm good at this. As long as you're not fighting on who's leading at that point.
So Friday night, Valentine's Day, at the Wildwood Saloon, east edge of Iowa City. You can usually get tickets online at their website.
Yep.
So those are and if people want to, somebody can't make it, but they really want the album, how do they get it?
They can go to dandelionstompers.com. It's available on streaming on that day, starting that day, out in the world. And we've got it on vinyl and CD.
Ooh, neat.
So, yeah, it's so great to throw a vinyl record on and know that that's truly one of the forms that music can be recorded onto that can stand up over time. And I know a lot of people are going back to that as a way to collect music, physically collect music. So we're happy to be a part of that.
I've had to rearrange all my media shelves.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Oh, I find it irresistible when a band has vinyl. I find it hard not to buy it because it's really fun to have that as but in addition to a ticket stub, to be able to know you're supporting that artist and having that album on your shelf.
Oh, what's the album called?
So this is Whirlwind Sessions Volume 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because that little whirlwind really put us in a little tizzy to get this thing done. So we're grateful to that tornado, and we're also wish it hadn't torn up things so much in its path.
So at the Wildwood Saloon on Valentine's Day, it's the album release party for Whirlwind Sessions Volume 2. And if you need to get caught up, I'll bet you can pick up Whirlwind Sessions Volume 1 when you go as well.
You sure can. And the album artwork, the two album covers communicate with each other. You'll notice the story that's being told between the two volumes.
Okay. As Katie has hinted, it is possible that KCCK is getting a little bit of an advance look at the album. So don't be surprised if you don't hear some pretty soon.
Yay.
And throughout the week headed into the concert.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting to know it's going to get played. You guys have always been so supportive of us, and we really appreciate that. the local arts community and especially the local jazz community, I think, has grown under your watch and support and patronage and help. And thank you for that.
Well, it takes a village.
Jazz is an American art form, right?
That's right. And we're going to keep it alive.
Keep it alive. Yeah.
Again, Dandelion Stompers album release party and Valentine's Day dance at the Wildwood Saloon, Friday, February 14th. More information on your website, which again is
dandelionstompers.com.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You can hear the Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.